Please welcome to the stage USGIF Executive Vice President Gary Dunow.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to GEOINT Foreword. Welcome to GEOINT Foreword. I am Gary Dunow, USGIF's Executive Vice President, and I'm really honored to kick off this year's GEOINT Symposium with you. I want to thank you all for getting an early start. You're going to be really glad you did. We have a great day planned, and you'll still have some free time before this evening's welcome celebration. But before we get going, it's important to acknowledge the devastation wrought on this region by Friday's weather events. Recovery is underway, and we deeply appreciate those that are making that possible. But we're mindful that many people were deeply affected by the loss and disruption, among them colleagues joining us for this symposium. So I'd like to ask that we now observe a moment of silence on their behalf. Thank you. We'll keep the resilient people of the region in mind throughout the next few days, of course. St. Louis has always been one of my favorite cities because there are so many things to see and do here. That's even doubly true this week with all the activities being put on by our team, our members, and the greater St. Louis team. Starting tomorrow, there's a special treat for those who want an early look at the new NGA West headquarters before the team moves in. We've got exclusive tours just for attendees of this year's symposium. The city has always held a special place in the heart of our community, not just for its rich history and culture, but for its central role in advancing our discipline, geospatial intelligence. I've visited many times, and it's always a pleasure to return. This place holds a special place in my heart, but especially for this occasion. For the next several days, we're going to examine the diverse facets of our field, delving into its critical role in building a better future for everyone. We'll explore the critical intersection of technology and security as we address the challenges and opportunities in today's complex geopolitical landscape. And we'll engage with industry experts, government leaders, and innovators to discover how geospatial intelligence is shaping a safer world. First, I'd like to address a few housekeeping items. Today's program is entirely unclassified and on the record. Our exhibit hall opens tomorrow. Our exhibitors are busy setting up today, so for everyone's safety, please hold off on sneaking an early look. We promise it'll be worth the wait. And if you haven't already, be sure you download the GEOINT app, this year's version of the app. It's the best way to navigate the next few days, build your agenda, and make sure you don't miss any of the great opportunities ahead, including the D&I's presentation tomorrow. For those who are active on social media, we'd love for you to share your thoughts and highlights from Forward and the symposium. There's going to be plenty to talk about. Be sure to tag us using hashtag GEOINT2025 so we can all follow along. And last, though certainly not least, I want to thank Esri, our sponsor for GEOINT Forward. Their generous support has helped make today's program possible, and we're truly grateful. It's now my honor to invite to the stage our MCs for the day. Dr. Tara Mott is an account manager supporting NGA at Esri here in St. Louis since 2013. She co-chairs our USGIF St. Louis Community of Interest, and you'll be hearing more about the great things our working groups and communities of interest are doing in the coming days. Jeff Dawley is based in Washington, D.C., where he serves as Esri's Director of Intelligence Programs, managing business development functions across the intelligence community. Jeff also serves on USGIF's Board of Directors. Please join me in welcoming Tara and Jeff.
Well, thank you, Gary. And as Gary mentioned, my name is Tara Mott, and I'm with Esri right here in St. Louis, actually just a couple blocks away at the Globe Building. And I do have the pleasure of supporting our favorite intelligence agency in the St. Louis area, NGA.
Well, thank you, Dr. Mott. My name is Jeff Dawley. I have the privilege of leading Esri's intelligence portfolio. I'm honored to share the stage with you again. What does that make you, a five-timers club now? We got to get you your SNL jacket for it. I welcome everyone to the Forward on this wonderful Sunday, sometimes called the Church of GEOINT.
And Jeff and I are excited to be to help host this GEOINT Forward back here in St. Louis for actually the third time in the last 4 years. And with that, I can't really see the audience that well, but how many of you are attending GEOINT Forward for the very first time this year? Can I get some hands?
Hey, hey.
All right, welcome. I certainly hope you find this a valuable way to spend your Sunday and you learn something new. And another poll, how many of you are from industry? All right, okay, good, let's. And as a proud adjunct at both Washington University here in St. Louis and at St. Louis University, where are my academics? Do we got some of those in the room?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, welcome.
Well, I also want to take a minute to recognize the golden ticket recipients of USGIF who are out in the audience. A particular shout out to Gabby Gutierrez, who is Esri's representative for the golden ticket. You'll hear much about that on Monday, and she will love the shout out that I just gave her.
Of course she will, of course she will. The theme for GEOINT 2025 is Building a Secure Tomorrow Together. And we think the agenda that's laid out for today will really help introduce this theme for the rest of the week. We'll be hearing from a panel discussing how they're leveraging GEOINT and partnering together to respond more effectively to hazards. And we'll also be hearing from one of our national laboratories this morning and how they're solving big problems with high-performance computing.
We also have several other key leaderships from NGA, an elected member of Congress, as well as experts in both space and aviation. We'll also have a book signing at lunch with the guy that literally wrote the book on space economy, Chad Anderson. With all this talk about space, I have been asked for more jokes, Tara, and I have one for you. So, why did the star go to school? To get a little brighter. Don't worry. Oh, even you guys, ego is being fed here. This could be disastrous for later on. All right, please be sure to check out the posters right over here to our left. Honored to have 43 students, 36 posters from 17 universities. We also, for the first time, have 2 high schools presenting at this year's symposium. Top schools with 5 posters each. A little shout out to you all. We have University of Missouri St. Louis. We have Harris-Stowe State University. And you guys are very quiet when shouting out names here at school. There it is. Okay. And we also have USC. Now, I don't want to have a conflict. I'm particularly talking about Southern California, but we also have representation from the other USC with South Carolina.